Hi YouTube, this is Zez and welcome back to another Summoner's War Lost Centuria video. Today I'm going to be talking about how to get better, stop losing, and start owning. So I put together here a total of 4 tips for you to improve on your gameplay. Let's go! Number 1. Join an alliance. Now join an alliance as soon as possible and start requesting and donating unit cards. In this game, the higher level your units are, the more possibility of you winning. Now if you didn't already notice, the stats increase per level of a unit is pretty big. Sometimes it's not you are not playing right, but the opponent's units are a few levels ahead of yours. So to keep up, especially free-to-play players, you'll want to get your hands on more dupes to level your units up. Now at Alliance level 2, you can trade for 8 normal cards or 2 rare cards every 7 hours. Donating cards to other Alliance members also grants you Alliance coins, which you can trade them for things that you need. Tip number 2. Don't be afraid to play the waiting game. So what do I mean by that? Counter is one of the main mechanics of the game, and it's huge. It puts the aggressor at a disadvantage with a window of opportunity of totally cancelling out the aggression or suffer a worse attack. Therefore, if you are having the advantage, just wait to counter. A lot of this game is about countering right. So if you are having more units on the field, you do not have to make the first move. Preserve your lead. Tip number 3. Knowing the units. Knowing units well, like what they can do, what's their element, and also especially their mana cost. This usually comes after playing a while, but the sooner you have the info like the back of your hand, the better you will find yourself reacting in the game. If enemy has a Wusa, then recklessly casting Steep is probably a bad idea. However, if you know what the other units you have which can bait out his Wusa, which depends on your game knowledge, or just being aware of his mana pool, like when there is not enough mana to use Wusa. Another example is if the enemy has a threatening character, then you would want to save Wusa for that unit, or know which character on your side can deal with that, so you are better prepared when the moment arises. And all these require unit knowledge. Tip number 4. Pre-battle preparations. Once you know the units well, the game actually starts at the loading screen. As I mentioned before, keep a mental note of, for example, whose spell Wusa should counter, or who Ragdoll should Dragon Gaze. Being prepared means better reaction time during battles. Spend that quick few seconds to identify the opponent's biggest threats and be ready.
Number 5.
Wait, I thought there's only 4. Comment in the comment section down below which is your favorite tip. And as always, if you have enjoyed the content, consider hitting that like button and subscribe for more Summoner's War Lost Centuria content. This is Zaz here, and I'm signing out. Okay, we have here Metro. He's running a backline targeting defensive deck, focusing on a couple of win conditions, while Korean here is running a more offensive deck focusing on buffs and AoE damage. So let's see. Alright, everyone's holding out, and first attack and sleep. Wow, that is an instant reaction. So yeah, that was immediately countered. So running with the buff, Metro went with the kill. So the AoE, oh, invincible. But the debuff still went through. So if he have used Wusa, that would have not been able to go through. So that did not happen. So Pep Talk buffed, no mana for Metro. So Devourer Oh, that was close. That was also close. Ragnarok. Okay, okay. So everybody's crit rates up. And acceleration. Oh, Nikki from the backline attack. Alright, so oh no, that was a waste. That was a waste. Because Wusa is actually in the front line. No way to block off that AoE damage. Okay, both of them using summoner spells. So there's nothing much that Metro can do at this point. So he has to take that AoE damage and yeah, just deal some damage to Camellia. But not the best move though. So this is a really good counter. This is a really good counter. Managed to block off the damage. So he's buffed his doggo. So I'm assuming that he wants to use him to go for the kill. So okay, this is a big one. This is a big one. A decent AoE. So the doggo went in for the kill. Alright. So now alright, so oh, that is clutch. So he could have used Wusa over there, but he chose to use Hathor, right? So it saved him 1 mana. So that's a really good move. And also, of course, that not only stops him from casting, but also at the same time makes the opponent sleep for a duration of time. So I think that is overall a better situation than using Wusa. So okay, so sleep. Right. Those reaction times are really. He's getting a hang of it, guys. Metro is getting a hang of it. All right, so it's a 5v4 right now. 5v4, and wow, he's just dishing out. Beretta is just continuing that AoE spam, man. But um, not able to get it off there. All right, sleep. Wow, sleep is just so good when it comes to dealing with the backliners. Usually backline enemies are the enemies that deal big damage or can do a lot of disruptions to the team, to the opposition team, I mean. So backline is actually a pretty interesting targeting deck. So that just now we saw a very perfect Wusa skill, Wish of Immortality. So now it's down 3BV4. So okay, so sleep has to go off. Awesome. Right, so one person is awoken. Soha. And he's going with the AoE. Okay. Wow, 3v3. Right. Retaliates with taking one other person down. So it's 2v3 once again. Ooh, Doggo is putting in the work. Alright, so it's 2v1. At this point, wow, there's heavy autos, man. At this point, I feel that Kumun might have been able to auto and kill Tessarion because they are similar on level, so their attack is close. But I feel that Kumun would have more HP technically than Tessarion because of runes. So if he had held his attack there and waited for the counter, he probably would have won. But hard to say. But anyways, great fight.